The Terraria Clicker class is easily a top 3 modded Terraria class of all time, but it's also a class that literally physically hurts your wrists from clicking all the time while playing through it. But let's go ahead, let's hop into the video here and check it out. Alright, so we got the Clicker class here, the one Terraria class that will physically attack your wrists. And as a person that has had wrist pain from just using a mouse and keyboard too much, you know, this class was dangerous for me to play through, but I did it. I did indeed use an auto clicker, but that's besides the point. But yeah, let's get to it. This is probably one of my favorite modded Terraria custom classes. It's made by the Thorium developer, so shout out to the people that helped with that and the Thorium developer, so you know it's gonna be a quality mod. But yeah, let's get to it. We're starting with, of course, the clickers. Come on now. And as you can see, there's a good bit. You know, sometimes for modded Terraria classes there isn't enough weapons. Same thing with the accessories. There's a good bit. This might be more accessories than most vanilla classes, and there is only 5 armor sets in the mod. As you can see, there used to be less. I think there used to only be like 3 or 4. Like, you legit would have one armor set for like 90% of the playthrough, and then finally you'd run into another one. But they have added in like 1 or 2 more since I played through the class. But yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna start grabbing some clickers here, using them on enemies. So some of the early clickers, they don't do too much. You literally just click on things, believe it or not. But you know, we'll check out some of the basic ones. As you can see, as it says right there, it says 10 clicks, double click. So most clickers, after a certain amount of clicks, will do a special effect. For example, the balloon one here, after 20 clicks, you get balloon defense. Balloon defense calls forth a friendly slime on a poppable balloon. Click on an enemy within range, insight the damage. That's like the description of all of them. Yeah, if I hold shift here over all of them, they all do something special after a certain amount of clicks. So that's why we're probably gonna skip a majority of these early ones. But here, I'll grab some of them. But yeah, we got the basic wooden clicker here. You literally point and click. That's the whole point of the class. You got the little circle around you because that's your range. You gotta click on things within the range. My wrist already hurts and I've only clicked like 10 times. But yeah, it's a very interesting, unique concept. I like it a lot as a class. But as you can see, depending on you know, the clicker, the range is gonna be different. Obviously, armor sets, accessories can all affect this too. But yeah, the wooden one I don't believe has anything special. It's just the most basic clicker. And then we got this one, the platinum one, which after 8 clicks does a double click. So that means double damage after 8 clicks. Let's see if I can kill something. Okay, we need more health than that. More health. You know what? Let's make the difficulty harder. We bring it to normal. We bring it to normal. The enemy should be tanky enough. There we go. Let's wait for it. There's the double click. So it pretty much, as it says, it double clicks. It does double the damage. Very nice. There we go. The basic clicker's done. Now it's time to get to the big boy clickers, aka the ones that actually do some unique stuff. Let's get to it. So our first one here is the balloon clicker. Calls forth a friendly slime on a poppable balloon. Kind of cool that we're in a you know, windy day event. We're literally, oh, there you go, right there. Slimes are floating around. Now, how many clicks was it? It was like 5. Oh, there he is. Go ahead, get him. Hit somebody. Do something. But yeah, I'm trying to click on them right here, but as you can see, there's a block in between us. I believe there's some clickers, or there's an accessory later that allows you to click on enemies through blocks, because it would be pretty OP if I can, you know, just click on enemies through blocks. So you do need line of sight until you get an accessory or armor later on. I need you guys to get hit by the balloon. Like, does the balloon do anything? I need to see. He's too high up to see him. Oh, there we go. I gotta click on the balloon to see. I wasn't even paying attention. I thought he was just gonna do it himself. Okay, that makes it a little bit more interactable. That you gotta pop the balloon. I kind of like that. And you can bring in multiple. All right, let me actually pay attention here when I read the description. Faulty clicker. So after 3 clicks, we get Fritz. Releases a random shock within your clicker radius. A random shock. Oh, okay. So that one can be pretty good for crowd control. You know, you got enemies coming towards you. You get the little shock that hits them. Nice. All right, we got the mycelium clicker. 10 clicks is spores. Spits out a volley of drifting spores. So kind of like the attack the truffle NPC does. Let's go ahead. Let's see it in action. This one can actually be pretty good because those spores, at least from the truffle NPC, they do good damage. If I can actually hit them with it though. We gotta just bring in goblin warriors. You know, they got a lot of health, so I might as well bring in them. There we go. Okay, it didn't do too much. But, you know, more damage is more damage. After that, candle clicker. We got Illuminate. Creates 8 sparks along nearby tiles that illuminate the area. Okay, so we got one that kind of just brightens up the area. Does it do damage? No, it doesn't do damage. So I guess this would be useful for like being underground, lighting up the area while you're fighting. So we got the Hemo Clicker. Linger. Creates 5 gravity affected blood globules that linger. This one sounds like it could actually be pretty good. Let's see. I didn't even pay attention to how many clicks. Okay, this might be a good crowd control one, you know, if enemies group up like that. Bone Clicker. So 12 clicks, lacerate. Inflicts the gouge debuff, dealing 30 damage per second. Another good one. Damage over time. Oh yeah, that one will help out a lot, especially during fighting bigger, tougher enemies. Even a boss would be very effective to get that little gouge effect on. After that, Starry Clicker calls down a piercing star from the heavens, as expected from any star-themed weapon. Let's see it in action. Only 6 clicks too. Not too many clicks needed. Nice. My bad, I lied. It's 15 clicks. Dark Clicker. So we get Dark Burst, deals damage in a large area effect. This one sounds nice and simple, but very useful at the same time. Just more DPS to go with your clicking. And then we got the Sinister Clicker. Siphon deals a small amount of damage and restores the player health by 5. Nice. Early game lifesteal is always good. You like to see it. We got the Shadowy Clicker. Fires a Shadow Flame Skull towards the nearest enemy. This one can be very, very useful with the extra DPS. Does it penetrate multiple enemies though? Let me see here. Okay, it does hit all of them. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's finish up all the pre-hard mode ones here. You get a lot of options for pre-hard mode. So honestly, I kind of want to play through this class again because I haven't played through it in a minute. But yeah, we got Space Clicker. Star Storm causes 3 stars to fall from the sky and explode. Cool. This is the meteorite one, I think. Yeah. And then we got Confetti Clicker. Throws out some confetti. Nice and simple. Let's bring in some skeletons. Does the confetti even do anything? I don't know. I don't know if it does anything. I think it just looks good. We got the Arcane Clicker. Click on it. Oh, grants increased click damage in a bigger click hitbox. I don't know why you have to like hold shift to like just see what it does. It should just list it. I feel like it's kind of redundant that all of them list click on an enemy within range and sight to damage them. Like that's literally the whole class. You don't need to put that on every single weapon. Like would it not just make more sense just to have what it does? I don't know. It might just be me. But yeah, and grants increased click damage in a bigger click hitbox. That's always useful. So I could like click a little bit further away. As you can see, I don't gotta click on them directly. We got the Pointy Clicker. Fires a thorn projectile that travels towards the nearest enemy. So this one is like the Cursed Skull one, but instead it's a thorn projectile. You can barely see it. It was there though, I heard it. We got the Honey Glaze Clicker. Covers enemies under cursor and sticky honey, slowing them. This one, another great crowd control one. You know, you can group enemies together, slow them. After that, we got the Torch Clicker, which this might be a Torch God Clicker. Torch God actually dropping something? I don't know. Propels up to 8 torch flames towards your cursor. This one is either amazing or just another one that lights up the area. Let's see. Okay, it actually does do damage. I might have to bring out a slightly tougher enemy. Who's slightly tougher? Mummy. Let's bring out a Mummy. I want to see the flames hit him. Not bad. We got the Cyclops Clicker. Summons a shadowy claw that strikes the area. Cyclops. Is this the Deerclops? This might be a Deerclops type weapon here. Oh yeah, it definitely is because that's the claw from the Deerclops. Okay. After that, we got Magnet Clicker. Yoink. Grabs items and coins near your cursor. Okay, this one we don't really need to see in terms of attacks. We want to see this. Oh yeah, that's honestly kind of cool. I like that. Boom, we drop an item, pick it up from far away. Pretty useful. I wonder if you could do it through the wall. I have no idea. Let's try it out. No, can't do it through the wall. Okay, it takes a little bit of the usefulness out of it, but it's an interesting concept. I don't know if I'd call it necessarily useful, but I mean, it's interesting. We got the Umbral Clicker. Shadow Lash causes a burst of 5 shadow projectiles to seek out nearby enemies. The Mummies, that is the enemy we're going to now. After that, we got Impish Clicker. Well, I think I did this in reverse order because I think Umbral Clicker is like the Knight's Edge. So let me do this. Slick Clicker creates a fountain of 6 damaging water projectiles. Another great crowd control potential weapon here, yes. Red Hot Clicker creates an explosion dealing damage and inflicting the oiled and on fire debuffs. This one, if I remember correctly, was pretty damn good. towards the end of pre-hard mode, because you know it's got the AoE, it's got the debuffs it puts on everybody. It's pretty good. And last but not least, here we got Impish Clicker Hot Wings. Grants a single-use dash used by double tapping a direction. Really? So let me take off this, and then how many clicks? 15. So let's go ahead, click on a mummy. Boom! I got a dash. Whoa! It's like a weird dash too. Kind of like made me jump. Like I didn't want to jump, it made me jump. But yeah, there you go. There's all the pre-hard mode clickers on to the hard mode ones. All right, so the first one we got here, Burning Super Death Clicker. This one probably the coolest looking clicker. Like look at it, it's like a sword. Randomly acts as any possible lesser clicker effect. Okay, so all the pre-hard mode clickers are pretty much like inside of this one, just random. Pretty damn good. After that, we got Cobalt and Palladium clickers. These we don't really need to show off. I think most of the ore ones we don't need to show off. So let's go straight to this one, the web one. Fires out a globule of sticky web towards the nearest enemy, and I'm assuming the sticky web slows down the enemy, or kind of freezes them in place rather than slow down. We got Mithril and Orichalcum. Same old, same old. Clicks will deal extra 8 damage to the target. We could do the Orichalcum one. Summons petals. I guess we could do this one. Nice. More projectiles, the better. We got Corrupt Clicker. Deals damage in a large area effect and inflicts Oiled and Cursed Inferno. You do really got a big area for this clicker, which is very nice. A lot more range. You're definitely going to need more range. I noticed something when playing through the class. This one fires 8 Ichor streams at home and enemies. The thing I noticed when playing this class was some of the bosses later on that you fight, like you really notice having a circle around you makes it tough to fight bosses. Like you really got to be paying attention to the range of the boss. Because I remember when I got like to the Moon Lord, it was kind of tough. I had such a small range that I had to fight with. Like it was tough. I would have to be near attacks, unlike mage or ranger, or sometimes even summoner and melee, where you could just fly across the map and just shoot projectiles backwards and not even have to worry about getting hit by anything. But yeah, Crystal Clicker inflicts the confused debuff. Movement is reversed. Hit an enemy with a little reverse Uno, because you know I'm the one always getting confused on me. Let me put some confused on the enemies. We got the Adamantite one here, deals double damage, and then there's the Titanium one. Fires out 5 orbiting saw blades. So very similar to the passive effects the armors used to have. Something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell the passive effects of the hard mode or armors are anymore. I don't be paying attention. All right, Captain's Clicker causes 4 cannonballs to rain from the sky. Let's see it in action. Shoot, I probably only need like 1 enemy. I mean, we might as well bring in a group just to see the full effect of the cannonballs. After that, we got Blizzard Clicker. Creates a blizzard cloud that rains freezing hail downwards. Let me see it. How many? We need a lot of clicks, don't we? 15? I mean, I see the cloud. They weren't wrong. There was a cloud. All right, Corrupt Slimes. You get to be the new test subject. Come on. There we go. It's kind of close to the floor. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher up. We got Sandstone Clicker. Creates a violent tornado that chases down enemies. This one sounds good. Let me see this tornado, man. That don't really look like a tornado. Did you guys even notice it? That didn't look like a tornado. What is that? We're just calling like orbiting projectiles, or not even orbiting. Like that thing just flew off. That shit wasn't orbiting anything. That's a tornado. Hey, you guys might have to rephrase that one. That shit was more like a gust of wind rather than a tornado. Ecliptic Clicker creates a miniature eclipse, repeatedly firing out homing projectiles. Let me see this one. Ooh, see now this one actually doing what it says. That was an eclipse. It was shooting out projectiles. Wasn't no damn gust of wind. Spiral Clicker creates 2 blood globules that spiral inwards from the cursor radius. I'm assuming this is like a dreadnought sort of weapon, or around that area is where you would probably get this weapon. Ooh, okay. Pretty cool. Another good like just crowd control sort of weapon. You know, you're fighting a bunch of enemies, you get the little projectile spinning around you to help you out. I don't know why I said help twice. Arthur's Clicker. Damage every enemy within the clicker's radius with a guaranteed critical hit. Let's see this one. This might have been another one that was really good, from what I remember. Yeah, the little explosion it does. I remember a couple of them standing out in the playthrough. We got the Snotty Clicker. Covers enemies under cursor in snot. Another reverse Uno. You know, I'm the one getting sneezed on. Now it's their turn. That's disgusting. Chlorified Clicker expels 10 poisonous clouds around the cursor that linger. Again, another good one to use during like an event where there's a lot of enemies because it'll hit multiple things. Pretty good. Pretty wide area of effect. Definitely will help out in events. We got lizard clicker here. Spawns a lingering sun projectile that damages and inflicts oiled and on fire. So there's a couple of them that inflict oiled and on fire, which is nice. Oh, this one. I think this was another one that stood out in the playthrough. The little explosion it did. And then we got Shroomite Clicker, grants the auto click buff, reducing the use time or granting auto use. Less pain for my wrists. I'll probably have clicked like 500 times this video. And let us run through our final set of clickers here. I need a tougher enemy. Who is that enemy? Martians? Martians. Spectre Clicker, damages enemies regardless of location. So this is the one where we could straight up be just like under the floor. As you see, there's no circle. There's no circle. I could damage them from wherever I want. After that, Sea Foam Clicker, slows nearby enemies and steals life from them. I believe it. After that, Draconic Clicker, Wyvern's Roar, calls in a wyvern to blast the area with flames. This one sounds dope as hell. I'm trying to see this one. Let's see this one in action. Oh yeah, little baby wyvern, little baby Betsy coming in. I like this one a lot. That might be one of my favorite ones. After that, Witch Clicker, randomly acts as any possible click effect. So this one is like the, which one is it? This right here. The burning super death one. I'm not gonna lie, my wrist hurts. My wrist hurts. I wasn't lying about the clicking over 500 times by now. Hey, is it me or is like, wait, maybe I gotta zoom out? Oh, I gotta zoom out. I was about to say, like, where the hell is the circle at? Lantern Clicker creates 8 sparks downwards along nearby tiles that burn the area. So this is like the Greek fire. Is that the name of the attack? Whatever that one attack the Morning Wood does. Kind of, yeah. Pretty much like that. Naughty Clicker creates a burst of parachute presence that can be clicked to release mines. This is another interesting one. I accidentally clicked that one right there. Oh my god, look at that. Kind of like a little mini game. Playing a little mini game. Okay, some of them, they kind of just like shoot out way too fast for me to like do anything about it. Man, you gotta be fast. You gotta have the reaction time. Alright, Frozen Clicker freezes enemies under your cursor, stopping them in place. Let me see it here. Can y'all move? Oh, froze their ass. And then we're going to use the Martian one against the Martians. High-Tech Clicker, blast out 4 short range lasers around the cursor. So I don't even need to do too much, as you can see. It just shoots lasers out. I don't even got to click on them because it'll just home in. I could click away from them. That's pretty good. We have our final 5 here, starting with the Rainbow Clicker, aka Last Prisma, Terra Prisma. There you go, that's the name of the weapon. Rainbow releases multiple homing rainbow fragments. Do I need to click on anything? No. Let's bring out some bosses for this. Let's get rid of this laser while I'm at it too. Get out of there. It's time to bring in the bosses. We're gonna bring in the Queen Bee. Why not? Damn, fast as hell. Okay, you can see with the clicker class you can have some troubles if something's fast. Like, you really gotta have aim too. After that, Astral Clicker and Mice Clicker. So these are like the 2 pillars, the 2 pillar weapons pretty much. This one, Spiral, creates a spiral galaxy that draws in enemies within close proximity. Let's see it. I'm just gonna click a bunch and there you go. Sucks in enemies, slurps them up. I don't really need to test that one on a boss. Let's just bring in a bunch of enemies, scarecrows, a lot of them, and let's suck them all in. Go ahead. Oh yeah. And then it sucks them in and it makes it easier to all click on all the enemies. We got the mice one, fires out 8 erratic bolts outwards that after, what did I say? After a second collapse back. Oh, ooh, and they follow my mouse, as you can see. Pretty good. After that, we got the Lord's Clicker, creates an area of effect phantasmal explosion that deals double damage and guaranteed critical hits. This sounds amazing. Bring out the golem. Let's see it. Okay, nice little explosion, and it's a guaranteed critical hit. As you can see, the crit numbers popping up. We're doing decent damage given no armor, no accessories, no nothing. And last but not least, the Clicker. One click, the click. Deals an additional 1% of the enemy's maximum life as damage. So pretty good for big boy tank enemies. Oh my god, look at the damage. It's so good. Enraged Plantera just getting shred apart right now. Again, no accessories, no armor, no nothing. That right here is the zenith of clickers. Now, believe it or not, there is an add-on mod that adds in more stuff, and I believe that mod literally adds in like the zenith clicker. So keep that in mind. If you want more content with the clicker class, there is an add-on. But yeah, it's time to get to the boring part of the video. No more weapons, just armor and accessories. Let's start with the armor. We might as well. There's only 5 of them. I believe the first one is this one. No, this one. Maybe? No, this one. Motherboard set. Boom. Go ahead, read through that if you need to. Let's throw it on. Set bonus, right click to place a radius extending sensor. Oh, I might need a clicker in my hand. There we go. That's kind of cool. I remember this from the playthrough. I like this one. Gives our clicker like a tumor. Our clicker range gets a tumor with more range. Can actually be very useful in certain situations. After that, we got this one. I think this one is the next armor set. It's either that or this one. RGB set. Boom. Read through that if you need to. Let's throw it on. Hold up. We got to see the looks. Well, we don't really need to because we don't need to see the looks. I got them on mannequins. You can see them there. Set bonus, every 20 clicks propels a chromatic burst from your cursor. Let me see it. Let me see it. All right, hold on. Yeah, I feel like that was less than 20, but I guess 20 from the last time I clicked. Makes sense. All right, this set right here, the overclock set. Boom, boom. Throw it on. What's the set bonus? Every 100 clicks briefly grants you overclock. Okay, so this right here was one of the better clickers, or one of the better armor sets, because you get the overclock effect and you just like click a bunch. So like if your clicker has a really good effect and you get the overclock, your clicker just shoots off a bunch, shoots that effect a bunch over and over again, and does a lot more damage. Pretty good. It was very useful. It was a good set, honestly. Probably one of the better sets in the class. Next up, we got this one here. Precursor set. Boom. Let's toss it on. Set bonus. While in combat, your cursor constantly leaves behind a damaging after image. Okay. I believe it. I'm not seeing it, but I believe it. Oh, I'm not in combat. That's probably why. I was about to say, I believe him. I believe him. I don't think they would tell a lie, but I believe him. There you go. There's the after image. Pretty cool. And I'm assuming it probably scales on damage of the clicker. And then we got our Luminite type armor right here. The mice set. Set bonus. Right clicking a position within your clicker radius will teleport you to it. Wow. That one can actually be very effective. Boom. You're fighting a boss. Bam. Teleport. And it looks like it's infinite. No Rod of Discord debuff. Wow. That's pretty good. Last but not least, the armor or accessories here. Now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and just scroll over them. Speak about scrolling, literally the scroller. And the accessories in this mod are pretty unique. Some of them will like give you things to like click on your screen, and then you'll get like a little buff after you click on them. And then some of them are like auto clickers that make it so you don't have to click as much, or they make it so, you know, the special click attack requires less clicks. So the accessories are pretty unique for a modded class, and you know, I like to see that, because there'd be a lot of times where like modded classes, they either barely have accessories or the accessories aren't that unique. Same thing with just like the weapons and armor. That's why I like the clicker class so much. I feel like it's very well fleshed out. It's a fun class. Be a shout out to everyone who worked on the mod. Make sure y'all play the mod. It's a good class. Probably a top 5, top 3 Terraria class of all time. Modded Terraria class. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you don't know, like November 1st to November 14th, I'm gonna be gone. There's probably gonna not be that many Terraria videos. There'll be other videos that aren't Terraria. But yeah, I'm literally recording this like the day before I leave. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all next time.